What's up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video where we are going to be running a team in the Halloween Cup of Shadow Scizor, Azumarill, and Alolan Marowak. And you're probably wondering, Rise, this isn't the Halloween Cup. This is Open Grayly. There's a Lickitung. Yeah, I clicked the wrong league. I think I do it at least twice in this video where I queue into the wrong league with this team, but we'll see if we're able to overcome it. For some reason, our opponent is shielding here, which makes our job a little bit easier. I'm going to eat the Power Whip. I'm going to swap the Scizor and just hope we're met by a Trevenant. Okay, this is not that bad. This is not that bad for Scizor. I get the boost as well. I get the boost. I'm trying to call it. No, I don't call it. I get scared. It's such an obvious Seed Bomb bait, man. But I shield it anyway. I go for the Night Slash here. This will obviously KO. In comes Lickitung. Can we get off a move? We get off the X-Scissor. Boosted X-Scissor is going to deal some nasty damage here to Mr. Lickitung. Bang! Oh my gosh, we actually take it out. And there's a Ninetales in back. And I think I decide to be kind of mean here. I come in with Azu just for no reason at all. I Ice Beam, no bubble the Azu. Or the A9 with my Azu. I bank an Ice Beam. I come in with Marowak. Oh my gosh, dude. What am I doing? I get Psy-Shocked. Ow. And we have to... Shadow Bone wouldn't KO from here. Shadow Bone wouldn't KO. We have to go for the Fire Blast. It's the only play. It's the only win con. Bang! It's the only win con. Comments. It was the only win con. Trust me. And we get the win in game number 1. A fun win to start off. It's fun when you queue into the wrong league and things go that well. So pretty lucky. Also, the boost obviously helped. The boost definitely helped out there. I guess if we're not able to deal that much damage to the Licky and Licky takes out Scizor, becomes a little bit trickier. But I think we still were in a good spot, right? I think we were still in a good spot with the Licky would have been low. And would have had to like unload a Power Whip to take out Azu. And then Marowak could probably just clean up. All right, next opponent. Tough lead. We're going to safe swap Whack. We're met by Sableye. I'm going for a Shadow Bone here. This is where, this is where having no Bone Club does hurt quite a bit. Because Marowak can actually win this matchup if you're able to successfully bait with Bone Club. However, with no Bone Club, this becomes kind of tricky. And now, this is going to be even trickier because our Azu is going to have to eat a return. Oh, I'm actually going to shield it. Interesting. I shield the return. I guess this way I can like threaten the Nidoqueen. Which kind of makes sense. Going to go for an Ice Beam here to try and take out Save. I'm expecting it to be like Nido Double Ghost. Could also be Nido Double Dark, I guess. I throw here right away, which is poor timing, but I kind of just want to get this off. I land it. And I'm like, okay. I don't want him to like debuff my Scizor and then the Scizor be locked in. And it's a Drapion. This is still possible, man. This is still possible. This is where having X-Scissor is really helpful. To deal some heavy neutral damage. I'm not going to shield the first one. Because Crunch obviously has that debuff potential. So I let the first one go. Ow. It doesn't debuff us. But at this point, I can actually just shield and farm down is what I'm thinking. I don't know why I was thinking about no shielding there. Should just be a shield right away. And we were able to bullet punch down. So a nice win there. I'm glad I didn't throw my Night Slash there. That could have been like a potential lose con, right? If I allow an extra jab and then somehow Nido farms us down and gets off a Fang against Azu. Azu versus Altaria. We're in the wrong league. We're in the wrong league. And they swap a Lantern, and I'm just like, oh my god, dude. I have nothing for this Lantern. Nothing, dude. I don't even have Bone Club on my Marowak to make this like a little easier. And I'm just like, there's no way I win this game. There's just no way. I don't know. Like, what could I have done there? There's freaking Lantern safe swap, dude. Just like disrespecting Trevenant. Anyway, it's my own fault. I queued in the wrong league. Well played by the opponent. Too skillful. Azu into Umbreon. Here's a good lead. She's flexing the shiny Umbreon. We're going to go for a play rough here at some point. Get hit by a Psychic on the Umbreon. Psychic kind of makes sense in Halloween Cup. There's a lot of poisons. I think Psychic definitely makes sense. It just hurts against the opposing Darks, of course. So I'm trying my best to keep track of the energy on this Frostlass. Going for the Shadow Bone here. And I was pretty confident that he was at least 6 away here from Shadow Ball. So I attempt the farm down. He gets to a move which really scares me. I'm like, oh no. Did I miscount? Is this a Shadow Ball? It's just an Avalanche. Umbreon comes in, and this is where having Fire Blast comes in handy. So we were in a situation where Bone Club would have come in handy. Now Fire Blast coming in handy. Bang! Gets the Umbreon quite low. And now hopefully whatever's in back just isn't a core breaker for Azu and Scizor. And it's a Galvantula. Okay. So this is not that bad. I'm going to throw my Scizor here to try and get that last shield. And they actually no shield. So I swap in Azu. And at this point, like, we're in a pretty good spot because fast moves should be enough to take out this Galvantula. I throw my Ice Beam just to get that last shield off him. And yeah, he would have had to like double up. I think double up was his only play. Unless maybe Discharge would have KO'd. I don't know. All right. Azu, what a game. What a match. I'm going to make sure I DM that trainer. How good of a game that was. Incredible game that I will remember for ages. And is that the end? No, that's not the end. There's way more video to go. It tripped me up. I was like, wait, is that the end? No. It was just black screen for a moment, I guess. We've got Azu into Golbat. This is, I'd say, favorable for Golbat. Just because you're going to outpace the Azu. The Ice Beam is more threatening than just a Poison Fang. However, it takes like twice as long to get there almost. That's not true. It takes 1.5 times as long to get there. Poison Fang does some nice damage to us. I don't know what I was thinking there. You can't, I don't know. I guess maybe I thought he would like throw an alignment or something. I decided to just let it go and farm down. But I could have gotten off that Ice Beam, which is annoying. In comes an Umbreon. This is where if I had thrown that that dang Ice Beam at the Golbat, this would have been nice because I would have had switch advantage and got Scizor on this rather than Marowak. But I swap out, and it's a Tyranitar in the back. And check out here. I make a brutal misplay. You're going to see a brutal misplay here. I go for the Night Slash. I grab the last shield, and I throw my next Night Slash. And I didn't need to throw that because I lived the Smackdown. And I wasn't sure if I would have lived the Smackdown. And now this is just going to be a race. This Umbreon already has like almost 2 foul plays. But if I had simply just committed to a bullet punch down there, I leave with a move. I grab the last shield. I know the Umbreon has 2 foul plays here. So I decide to throw my Shadow Bone in order to try and do 1 extra damage through the shield. But Umbreon had more than 1 HP. And it's going to survive and get off the foul play. Really well played by the opponent. Obviously, I could have won that game if I didn't make that horrendous misplay. Horrendous might be an overstatement, but a pretty bad misplay, in my opinion. Play rough here. Obviously. This team is pretty soft to Azumarill, so our own Azumarill is like our best answer to it. So this is where we want to see an opposing Azu. The always exciting Azumir match. It used to be whoever sneaks in the bubble. Now it's whoever has better IVs or wins CMP, I guess. Play rough. Bang. I go for a catch here on my Marowak, so I catch what's probably a play rough. And in comes a Toxicroak. I'm like, okay, this is good. At least for now. I know I can take a Mud Bomb. So I tank it. I go for a Shadow Bone here. Toxicroak is a little bit threatening now, though, because it could potentially shield and go for a big counter down. But no, he actually lets it go. I'm hoping I can reach a Shadow Bone here against Azu. I need to be able to live 2 bubbles to do so. 1, 2, easy. Having a non-Shadow AWAC here is paying off in a few situations. Bang, we take it out. What's in back? It's his own Scizor, so this should be fine. We've got energy on Azu. I'm going to do 1 bubble and throw. Just to get a shield, then we can swap into our own Scizor. And at this point, with 2 shields, like, we could just double shield bullet punch down. And our opponent, you see the research task update, realizes it's over. And they are going to top left. GG trainer. It's been a pleasure. Fast forward a little bit. Pedro. Don't you go. Runerigus. Good matchup for Azu. Well, kind of a good matchup. Runerigus is so good, dude. It's so busted. It has play against, like, everything. If you guys watch the Sylph World Championships, you'll see that it gave me some issues for sure. Scizor going for X-Scissor. You know what's wild is Runerigus actually beats Swampert. Straight Shadow Ball in the 1 shield, right? Because it takes 14 mud shots to get to it takes 14 mud shots to get to 2 to 3 hydro cannons, and it takes 14 shadow claws to get to 2 shadow balls. However, if Swampert's like throwing charge moves, you're going to get that extra shadow claw. So Runerigus is going to get to double shadow ball right before Swampert gets to its third hydro cannon, or its second shadow ball, I should say, not double shadow ball. So Runerigus can tank a hydro and actually beat Swampert because the shadow claws plus shadow ball will one-shot. So crazy, man. So crazy. Bang. Hits us with a shadow ball. Going for my ice beam here. And then if like you're a Shadow Swamper, maybe the Hydro Cannon would KO, but if you get Sand Tomb baited, you're kind of screwed. Move coming through. It's just a Sand Tomb, so I'm going to live it. I'm going to bank my move. And in comes the opposing Azu. And here we just hope that they're not running Hydro Pump. If they're not running Hydro Pump, we should have this. But it's always scary. They always seem to have the move that they need in the winning scenario. Is the algorithm real? It is not. And we tank the play rough. And we're going to get off our Shadow Bone here. Bang. Knocks out the Azu. Ruin will have to expend energy to take us out. And we fire spin down. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I think we got 1 game left in this video. Leave a like if you've enjoyed it. Azu into Sableye. In comes Toxapex. Oh no, I remember this game. This was like last week. I lose this because I was too slow here. I was too slow to react because it was the first time I saw someone like directly swap in a Toxapex. And I'm like, crap, I don't have a great answer to this. So I swap in Scizor too slow. And we're just in a terrible situation here because he can simply shield here and take back switch. And he's going to come out with extra energy, which is going to be very tough for us to deal with. I probably decided to sack my Marowak here. And check out what happens. He's going to land the Brine here. I know I can take 1. And I just totally mistrack energy. He gets to a second Brine. If I knew he was going to get to a second Brine, I would totally have caught that. I go for a Fire Blast here. I could have done one extra Fire Spin, to be honest. That would have been better timing. Bang. If I do one extra Fire Spin, like, maybe I snipe. But now we're just in a tough spot because Golbat is... Oh, low battery. Golbat is up a shield, and it's non-shadow, so this Ice Beam will not threaten to KO. We get the first shield. Only reason I'm doing extra bubbles, right, is because I know my Ice Beam doesn't quite KO. So I was hoping he makes a mistake, like throws on alignment. And unfortunately, with this extra energy that he has, our Marowak won't be able to take it out in time. Or Sableye would have just gotten to a foul play as well. So a tough loss there. Misplayed that one. But I credit Pochum for beating me because the last time he beat me, he posted every day on every social media and added me for like 3 weeks about his win. This time, I didn't hear a peep. So much respect because there's a famous quote from Vince Lombardi, like, when you get to the end zone, act like you've been there before. And that's what I try to exhibit in this game and any sort of competitive format. And I respect people that are the same way. There's nothing wrong with celebrating your achievements. Just make sure it's all in good fun and being respectful of opponents. So all that said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video with some Shadow Scizor action, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, comment down below. All comments help the algorithm. All that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.